Hello, I'm Sigsolo. Welcome to my channel and welcome to today's shave. Today's shave is a reshave or a review or whatever, the second try with the Thot razor that Grace and Yaqi very kindly sent to me. I did a shave with it a couple of weeks back, and I had a problem with the short handle and gripping it and my big fingers, and I already said in the shave that I need to try this with a longer handle that better fits my hands. So that's what I'm doing today. Today's razor is the Thot from Yaqi, Thot, with the Milano handle. Instead of using, just a second, the 75mm hollow handle, I'm using the 92mm Milano handle that's not hollowed. So instead of 61 grams, I have 89 grams. So a big weight difference and a great balance, and far easier for me to hold and maybe to control. And that's what I was not experienced enough to do in my last shave. I had trouble maneuvering with the head. 1.35mm gap. See, it has that the tech lines on the bar there. This is an homage inspired by the Italian razors from the 40s and 50s, or is it 30s, called Funken. And it's actually very close to the original with the handle and all. It was all made in brass back then. This is of course made of stainless steel. I did change the handle, as I just said, to the Milano handle instead. But I'm looking forward to trying this with a handle that might suit my technique and big hands better. The soap for today is the final of the 5 soaps that Pete over at Hendrix Classics very kindly sent to me, and it's the one called Lost Souls. This image was made by Barry over at Texan Shaves, and his inspiration for this picture was Pink Floyd from the Wish You Were Here, and the line going, "We are just 2 lost souls swimming in a fishbowl," or something like that. That was the inspiration for this. I don't know if you are Pink Floyd fans. I know I am. Anyway, a wonderful label, and this scent, man, I tell you, it's inspired by L'homme idéal, the ideal man or the perfect man, more freely translated, from Parfum de Guilan. So that's a French one. That was voted number 3 on the all times list or something over at Francica. Well, you know that side with all the scents. I'm not an expert on scents. Pete also sent me the extract, so I won't be using that today because that's too strong. I'm spending time with my family this evening, so I won't be using this. That's too strong for their nose. So I will be using the Pai Mai, which is the African leather dupe from Mimo Barry, also French. It's not the same, but it's close to it, and a wonderful scent. What else is there to say? Oh yeah, the brush I purchased. It's the Yaqi Heavy with a silk smoke. What do you call it? Knot in it, and of course the sigsolo black ball. There you had them together. Okay, let's get this shave on the road. 3 days of stubble, almost 2.9 days, you might say. I'm shaving a little earlier in the afternoon, late afternoon, rather than late evening, so 2.75 days maybe even, or only. So man, This is a nice scent. And it reminds me of the Pai Mai, also from Hendrix Classics. They are related. You might even say that they are siblings. So, close to each other without being the same. Okay, let's give this a go. There you have it. Oh yeah. Are you ready? The Thot razor by Yaqi with the Milan handle on it. Okay, let's see. Yeah. This feels easier to control. I still get a lot of blade feel. So this is definitely not a mild razor. This is a mid-aggressive one. Not very aggressive and not a little aggressive, but there in the middle somewhere. I felt like I cut a spot there. I have a new Wizamet blade on its first use, of course, in the razor. This became way smoother for me. So the handle was the culprit for me. That just goes to show that you need to experiment sometimes with handles, maybe even blades. Some razors are better with one handle and some razors are better with another handle. Different blades. So, but I'm using the same soap base, so that felt like a cut too. I think I need to be more careful going into the skin with this. It's definitely not one of those autopilot razors that you can just, you know, use, forget, don't give any thought to. I need to stay in the zone, that's for sure. This is highly efficient. I doubt, like the last time I used it, that there will be much stubble left here on my against the growth. A little on the neck, and if everything goes like it has all summer, I will cut myself in this area here. Because that's kind of what I've been doing all summer on the against the growth pass. Down here, this very area. Yeah. This is nice. Smooth. So, the handle was the trick for me. Still not a mild razor, but far easier for me to control. And that's the thing. Rather than giving up, give in. Accept. That some razors see a minor cut there. That was the one I mentioned first earlier. But accept that Some razors have a learning curve and need to be treated differently. Maybe a different blade. Maybe a little less pressure. Maybe a little more pressure. So I wouldn't say this is a beginner's razor. However, I got a great shave. A little there still. Yeah, that's almost gone. Let's give it a little glide here. See? Yeah. And that's it. Perfect. So, do you have this razor? Do you have the Funken? Oh yeah, I need to address, I said a lot of wrong stuff about the Egyptian god Thot with an H in the end. I said he was holding an ibis head, an ibis bird. No, he's always depicted with an ibis head, you know, the bird with the long beak. Also, as you just heard me say, he's a he, it's not a she. So he was male, and he was a god of a lot of things, and the patron of the scribes also. So I think I corrected that now. The aftershave splash dash EDT, sorry. Yeah, need a little more. Yeah, that's perfect, Gundo. Really nice shave. And this soap, this scent, you know, Paimai is my, if not my favorite, one of my absolute favorites from Hendrix Classics. And this Lost Soul is up there. So, sound test, are you ready? Perfect, Gundo. Like, subscribe, hit the bell and share. And you know why we do this? We do this because we are not obsessed. We are dedicated. Sigsolo out.